Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related. It is the Friday edition of the show as well. So I'm joined by my brother from the West Coast. My like Eddie is in the building. What are you telling me, Eddie? You good?
I'm good, bro. Just making it, man. Just making it. Yesterday was a little bit of a doozy, but we here, man. We here, dog. We here.
And again, for those that don't know, it was Eddie's birthdays yesterday. So please wish him, you know what I'm saying, happy belated birthday wishes.
Thank
I can
you.
tell, you
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying, by the way you responded that you enjoyed your birthday. So I don't
Oh
even have to
yeah.
ask.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's all that matters, man. You know what I'm saying? Another year. You know what I'm saying? Blessed to make it another year, man. And it's good to have you here as well. You know what I'm saying? To talk
Thank you.
all things
Thank you.
Manchester
Thank you.
United as always. But yeah, people, let's bump up the likes first and foremost. We're on like check as always with every stream on Sarcasm City TV. So let's get us up into double figure likes. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well, people. Make sure you do that, whether you're watching live right now or watching this back. And just as important, we're on subscriber check. So make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, people. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We're at 4,836. So we're looking for 4 more. We're trying to get to 4,840 before the live stream ends. But big game this weekend, people. Huge game this weekend. It's always a big game anyway. Whether Manchester United and Arsenal, which in recent years have both been poor and not competing for Premier League titles or anywhere near the top level, it's a big game because it is Arsenal, Manchester United, as always. But now with Arsenal being in first, Manchester United being in, I think, third, it's an even huge, because now the actual win is much more than bragging rights. It's much more. Arsenal are chasing the league title. We're trying to chase down them. We're trying to chase down City. We're trying to, according to some, chase down a league title as well. Obviously, top 4 as well. So there's much more than the 3 points on this. So that's why I titled this Manchester United look for a big win away at Arsenal, because what a huge win it would be. And it's somewhere we don't travel well. So, Eddie, you know what? We'll start there. Away at Arsenal, how do you want us to see us set up? Bear in mind, there is no Casemiro either.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think, simply put, it's gonna be funny coming from me from where I was at last night, but it got to be a bar fight. It got to be a bar fight, man. They play the pretty football, the controlled football, all this, all that. Hey, man, there's one thing to stop all that pretty nonsense, and it's some dog. That's how you stop all that pretty nonsense. So, how we set up, I think you have Fred and McTominay, unfortunately, in midfield. Unfortunately, people, hey man, we used to pray for times like this. You know, like we wasn't here a couple months ago, man. I would have to say, yeah, they're in there, but Casemiro just being that dog, man. A dog don't know which way the wind gonna blow. It just follow it. Like, it just goes. So he saw tackle, make tackle, got the yellow. It is what it is, but I'm all good with that. I think for me, it's prove it time. Prove it time. Simple and put. McTominay out here crying to the press, talking about, we know you crying to the press, Playboy. We know what you do. Talking about, I don't know if I'm gonna get play time. I need to go to Newcastle. Go to Newcastle. Fuck. Yeah. Go play with him then. I don't give a fuck. I've been waiting on the day. But because you're still here, it's scandalous you said all of that. Maybe it was the agent, but the agent gets it from somewhere, right?
Facts.
But yeah, I think we just gotta set up for a bar fight, set up shop, and then do what we did the last game. I know they're gonna be prepared for that. I don't think I really don't think people understand. He didn't have a great game last game, Rashford, but I really don't think people understand how hard it is to cover a player like that when he's direct.
Yes.
Like,
facts.
I'm watching him run, and it's like everybody else is in slow motion. Right?
He's that quick.
He's that quick. Like, he's getting it back. Like, the thing that made him unique, and not for me, but people put him up there with the Mbappes of the world, was his pace and his sudden burst. And I'm talking about Ben White. Come on, fam. Talking about I think, yeah, we perhaps gonna play off the left. Ben White's gonna be his comp. So then Zinchenko, listen, brother. Again, people talking about Anthony. I don't know. I don't personally me. I don't get it.
Go on.
Me, his work rate is there. Now, again, I've always talked about his right foot not being there, but
Yeah, you
for
have.
this game, because I wouldn't be shocked if Martial doesn't start, but maybe makes an appearance in the second half for a 45 or 30 or whatever it is. But I think Weghorst is going to be the one to get. I thought he was good. I just thought that we didn't.
Agreed.
I thought we didn't create enough chances suited for him, but I think that'll come with time to where they understand which foot he wants the ball at, where he wants it, what his tendencies are. I think that just comes with us playing, training together. And I do think that, for what they asked of him in the Crystal Palace game, he showed up. Now, people, you see why I can be, and I'm going to end with this. See why I can be so measured about this game? Because I never thought we were in a fucking title race. I never thought. So if, we got to draw, woo, it's whatever. It's not that big a deal. It's a draw.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm mad about is it broke our streak. But other than that,
that's it.
Yeah, man, that's it. So yeah, just set up bar fight, same back four, because I don't think anybody's done well. But if he wants to go crazy, he wants to be a little,
This was going to be my next question to you as well.
He gets Martinez in the midfield.
Yes,
you get a little spicy, you want to do it, go ahead and do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd prefer that. I'd prefer to see I want to see the same lineup against City, but instead of Casemiro, Martinez. I would go with that. I trust Varane and Luke Shaw to deal with Nketiah. Or if it is Trossard, I trust those two to deal with him. I trust Malacia at left back. I trust Wan-Bissaka at right back. I trust Eriksen and Fred to do a job in the midfield. I trust Martinez as well. Bruno knows the thing. I trust Rashford as well. You spoke on there. And I would like to see Weghorst because I'd rather Martial off the bench rather than Martial start. He comes off after 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and then it's Weghorst. Weghorst gives us a whole different look because I believe Weghorst, he did fine. Weghorst is a striker with his attributes, and I can't state this enough, people. He relies solely off service. It's solely. And in the first half, we got the ball into him. When I say service, I'm not talking necessarily like great crosses and things of that nature. Obviously, you want more of that into him. But what I'm talking about is the ball forward into him. Like, he can hold the ball up. I seen him do that. He impressed me. I seen him a few times collect the ball and flick it around the corner. I'm like, all right, that shows intelligence. That shows smarts. That also shows that you have the technique and the touch to do that, which is key. Because there's nothing worse, and I mention this all the time, about the ball going forward and it comes straight back, or it doesn't stick, or the striker gets dispossessed so easily. That is one of my pet peeves that I cannot stand. So yeah, with that, I would prefer to see the latter, and that was going to be my question to you. What would you like to see? Would you like to see Martinez play in the midfield? Because I want to see that over McTominay. I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
I would, because I do think he has the feet for it. But there is that part of me that is like, do I want to make that happen in this game? Right? There's a part of me like, if they had tried it out in the Palace game before, I can kind of
to see it in that game.
Right. Huh?
Sorry to cut you off. I wanted to see it in the Palace game too. I wouldn't have played Casemiro at all, which we'll get into. Before you continue though, hey, you lot are slacking. We ain't even at double figure likes. What's going on?
Come on now,
There's over 20 of you locked in right now. You know what I'm saying? It's over 20 of you locked. Hit the like button. Yo, JG from King of the Hill. I know, my brother. I know you ain't hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? That's my done. I know you haven't. So I'm directly talking to you, JG, right now. Hit that like button, you comedian, because I know you haven't already. But yeah, now we've hit double figures. Let's go. Next milestone, 20 likes, people. That is the next milestone. Like check 1 2 1 2, and we've not had no new subs. And I know some of you, I know at least a couple of you lot are new. We're only looking for 4 subscribers this stream. That is the milestone. We're only looking to get to 4,840. I know a couple of you lot have not subscribed. Hit the notification bell. But yeah, go on, fam. What you was talking about with Martinez and not seeing him in the midfield before and putting him in this game. Yeah, I know, JG. I know you just clicked, you joker. Yeah, go on, fam.
Yeah, man. It's because again, out of the back four, he's our best passer. It's not even close. And what you hope is, as a collective, they figure out a way to get Erickson in positions to where he can be that outlet in midfield. Because when you look at Partey and Xhaka, they're not really ball carriers like that, but what they will do is play the passes to build up their attack. They'll play the correct passes to build up their attack. Partey is more, I'd say, of the ball carrier than Xhaka is. I think he's more successful. I don't know what the numbers and the stats may be, but from when I've watched them play, Partey seems to be like the gem in that midfield along with Odegaard. And that's the other thing, too. Just honest to God's truth, play him the same way we did De Bruyne, right? You play him the same way we did De Bruyne. But what that requires is a level of, I think, awareness that McTominay just doesn't have. I'm going to be real. Like, this dude gets so damn lost in the game, it's crazy. And you can't really rely on him to make the decisions that Casemiro makes. Like, if it was a like for like with what we're losing versus what we're replacing it with, I'd be a bit more sure that we could seriously be on like some 2-0 at the Emirates type shit.
Okay.
Like, if Casemiro was there, I would have no problem saying 2-0 win. But with him not there, I'll go 1-0. So
that's first.
Yeah,
that's
because
first.
I think for me, the thing that we're gonna lack is the switch and play from winning the ball back to attacking. Casemiro plays a lot of balls into our wingers that put them on the right foot, and McTominay just doesn't have that in his locker.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm with you. Marcus. Like, I don't think Fred can do the like.
It makes it tough. I think he can still do it, but it makes it tougher for him to do it, of course, because you're lacking Casemiro the same way it makes Varane and let's say it's Luke Shaw at centre backs. It makes their job harder. If it's Wan-Bissaka and Malacia at fullbacks, it makes their job harder. You mentioned it there. It makes Rashford and Bruno or Rashford and Anthony, it makes their job tougher. It makes everybody's job tougher when you take out, to me, our one of our world-class players. I put Varane in that bracket as well. But you take out a world-class player from our team, yes, of course it's going to make a difference. Not solely to Fred, no. To everybody. Yes, will it impact Fred? Of course, but I still think Fred can do that job. And I believe Martinez can go in there and do a Casemiro role for one game. It's not like we're asking, we're not like he's suspended for 3 matches. He's not doing up the João Felix where he's missing for a month. And then you go, all right, it's a one-off game. So this is why I still go. And we beat them without Casemiro. Yes, it's at the Emirates, but styles make fights. And stylistically, I like how we match up against Arsenal. Very similar to what I was talking about just yesterday, and I won't go into all of that, against Barcelona. For myself, forget the individuals, forget the quality of the team. If I can pick a style to play against Manchester United, that's probably the second style I pick. The first style is, all right, give us all of the ball and have no threat on the break. You know what I'm saying? And play like a relegation side, play for a draw with no threat on the break. But other than that style, this is the style I prefer. You know what I'm saying? Oracle there says he might play 3 at the back. I never thought about that. That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Definitely a possibility. You could think it could be Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Malacia at wing back.
Yeah.
And then in the midfield, you go with Fred and Erickson, because then that covers not having Casemiro in there because you do have an extra centre back. Definitely. It's a possibility. Go on, fam.
And that's the one thing I honestly didn't like, if I'm going to be truthful. Hey, man, I try and tell y'all all the time, Shaw gonna get cooked by somebody. He just does not have the foot speed to be playing at left back. When we lose the ball where we lost it and Shaw plays that foul, it's because he doesn't have the recovery pace to put himself in a better position. I'm trying to, like, I enjoy him at center back. Give Malacia left back, and let's just cook that way. Because again, from what we try to do defensively, how we try to recover in every facet of the game, Malacia has the speed to implement that, to give us that structure. Shaw, on the other hand, again, he can win the ball back with the best, and that's what I will give him credit for. But when you're asking him to bomb forward, then turn around and be on a dead-on sprint with the winger. No, but here's what I'm saying, Oracle. Think about this. Think about this.
Go on, Eddie, the floor's yours.
Think about this. It's so many games I've watched where it's a dead sprint. It's a dead sprint between two people. Shaw gets cooked 80% of the time. Shaw gets cooked 80% of the time.
And that's why I wouldn't play him. I would play him in this game, but I wouldn't play him at left back.
No.
I wouldn't play him at left back.
Now we're talking about Saka.
I think, Malacia is a better matchup for him. And to JG, who says changing tactics. No, someone mentioned and said a back three, and I said that's an idea. I'd personally go with the 4-2-3-1. That's how I want. I want to see us set up exactly how we did against C.
Yeah,
I'm saying because we can beat these lot. We beat them already. Yes, it's at the Emirates. Yes, the record ain't that good, but we can beat them. Our record at home to Manchester City ain't that good either, and we just beat them.
We just beat them.
Oh. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like I would play Malacia out there. Let me run through some of the comments. There's over 30 of you lot locked in right now. I'm still not at 20 likes, yo. You lot are slow off the mark and that. Talk about lack of turn of pace, lack of that hitting that like button. That's what's going on. Lack of hitting that like button. 4 more, man. Girls up to 20 likes and subscribe, man. I know over 30 of you lot locked in. Everyone here is not subscribed. So I will be going into subscriber only mode shortly. Give it to Mike. He says, I really think this match will come down to the substitutes. Frankly, their bench is way better than ours. I don't think it's way better than ours. And with Martial off the bench, that's the key for us. We could have Martial and Anthony off the bench. I like that. And Garnacho. That's 3. We have 3 players who, from an offensive standpoint, can change the game. For them, let's say Trossard don't start, and it's Nketiah, it's Martinelli, and it's Saka. Then all they have off the bench from an offensive standpoint is Trossard and I believe Smith Rowe. I don't think either team's benches are strong, Mikey, to be honest. I think both teams are like. That's why I think them signing Trossard is smart business. I think us getting Weghorst is smart business. But this is why I think neither of these sides can win the league title. Because I look at the benches and I look at the squad and go, that's not it. It's really not it. But that's just me.
Give me 1 second, bro.
Yeah, no stress, man. No stress, Eddie. JG says Trossard to come off the bench, 3-1 Gunners. Yeah, man, keep dreaming. Big up Daredevil. Keep big up Flawless Eddie and everyone else. Love from the USA. Arsenal will be a tough game, but I'm confident that we'll give them a game, whether we win, lose, or draw. Come on, you Red Devils. 100%. We're definitely, even without Casemiro, Ten Hag's going to set up in a way where we go and approach and try and win this game, and I'm confident. Oracle says, fellas, don't you think we can play the same team that played against Arsenal? Personally, no. I want to see the City team. Well, that's just me, though. I said Fabio Vieira, Is that what we're banking on, JG? Fabio Vieira. All right, fellas. Big up Time to Shine says, up, fellas. Hope you had a good one yesterday, Eddie. Yeah, you can tell Eddie had a good one. Manch says, big up Flawless and Eddie. Happy belated birthday to you, Eddie. Big up to you, Manch. Oh, yeah, Manch. Oh, yeah, for everyone who's locked in. I am putting together, I'm going to get a new team of mods. Manch, I'm going to shout you about that if you want in. Just DM me and let me know. And I'm going to put all the mods. I'm looking for like a team of 10 mods, and I'm going to put us all in a group chat, and we're going to start patting in the chat and the live streams and everything. So, Manj, if you want in, let me know. That's for anybody else as well, because I need my mods on job. Not that the mods aren't, but even more so on job. Big up to Westbrook is going. It says, big up Flawless and Eddie. Happy late birthday, Eddie. King of the Hill says, JG saying the best you can hope for is a draw. A draw is a good result. You know what I'm saying? A draw is a good result. Apparently, Martial missed training again. Yeah, because he's not fully fit. Marcus says, I don't like Anthony on the counter, if I'm being honest. I think he's horrendous unless he's on the end of a tap-in, sweaty goal. I don't want Anthony to start this game either. I've said this. Play the same team as Manchester City. I'd play Bruno wide right. As for Anthony, I've seen him score. The last goal he scored was a banger from the edge of the box. So, but Marcus, you was here a few days ago talking about winning the league. So is that one draw really just knocked the stuffing out of you? That's what I want to know. I don't know why you're so down. Big up One Done says big up to you every single time. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Right, we've gone over 20 likes as well. Big up to you lot. 30 likes. That is the next like. That is the next milestone. Like check 1212 7. You know what I'm saying? We're 7 short of 30 likes. I know all of you lot are locked in. Haven't hit that like button. Have the subscribers gone up either? Let's see. Cause I know some of you lot are new. I already know this. Let's see what's going on. Eddie will be back shortly, people. Don't worry about it. Let me check. I'm just waiting for this to refresh now. No, hey, subscribers, I know some of you lot are new as well. Where we at? But yeah, Flawless, let's talk about Anthony. Don't you think this guy's bitten off more than he can chew? No. I'm giving him a season to settle in. No. Does he need to improve in terms of his overall game? Yes. Name me an attacker we have who doesn't, apart from Rashford. I want to see more from Martial. I want to see more from first teamers. I want to see more from Martial. I want to see more from Bruno. I want to see more from Eriksen. Eriksen to a lesser extent, because I think he's been very good and he's severely underrated in what he does for an attack, even though he wasn't good at Palace. But more so Bruno. I'm looking at Bruno and Martial. I'm looking at our 10 and I'm looking at our 9. They're the two players that need to perform more. And they've performed. When Martial's played, I've not really had too many issues with his performance. He just don't get on the pitch enough. But Bruno, at times, when we've dropped points, I can always pinpoint him and go, you are poor. You went average. I can't remember the last game we dropped points, even though we don't drop points often. And I go, right, Bruno was good today, but the team wasn't right. Like, so yeah, with Anthony, no, I'm giving him a season. You know what I'm saying? And that. Oracle says, but come on, when Sancho touched down, he was cooking. Anthony's not as good as that Sancho. And when was Sancho cooking when he touched down? When did that happen? And I'm a fan of Sancho. Let me retake that back. When was Sancho cooking, Oracle? When did Sancho cook? Nobody cooked. What are we talking about? Nobody cooked under Oli.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody. I don't even blame him for that. I don't blame anyone. I put that on the manager. That was a cesspit. Nobody thrives there. It's kind of like Spurs now. Nobody thriving under Conte. I'm saying you don't thrive in toxic environments. Like, so that's how it is. When was Sancho cooking? Like I said, if you lot want to get on Anthony, cool. I'm giving him a season. I'm saying, RJ says, I would like to see Palestri come on the pitch as a surprise package. There is talent in there. Not in this game. Will Palestri play? I want to see what he can actually do. He had an impact against Charlton Athletic, but it was Charlton Athletic. But you can only play what's in front of you, and he's gonna get game time. He's gonna get game time. Which top 6 team have you beaten away? We've played Chelsea away. We haven't played Liverpool. We haven't played Spurs. Who's the other? Who we played away from home? We haven't played Liverpool. We haven't played Spurs. Arsenal's coming up. We haven't. Why am I forgetting City? So this is only our second matchup away from home.
Yeah.
So yeah, when JG says which top 6 team, we've only played one match away from home, and that was Manchester City. And you're an Arsenal fan, you should know all about struggling at the Etihad. So yeah, we played one match, so that doesn't work about all. Yeah, Chelsea is 2 actually. We drew against Chelsea. So that's it. So we played. So this is our 3rd. So we still gotta go away to Anfield and away to Spurs. You know what I'm saying? And you lot as well. So we played 2 matches away from home. Now it's cool, man. Ali, you don't have to apologize for being late. Sorry for the lateness, like, man, I was making dinner while listening to you, man. Now I like the video. It's cool, man. There's over 40 of you lot locked in. It's all good, man. Make your food and that. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable. We're one short of 30 likes as well. Come on, seriously, you forgotten Sancho, yes. When did Sancho cook? I asked you the question.
Brother, let's not see. This is where I come in trying to save you from Brother Flowers, because you asking a question again.
Yeah.
And we try to tell you.
Like, I'm a fan.
We didn't see it.
I'm a fan. Yeah. But when did he cook is the question I'm asking. When did he cook? That's it. Okay, yeah, go on, fam. Go on.
No, I'm saying the Sancho stuff, and listen, I don't think you'll find 2 bigger fans of Sancho than people who are on like right now, right? And the manager's not going to throw him into the fire against Arsenal when he's just coming back to training. Just coming back. Now, could he get some minutes? We hope so, because other than Martial, other than Eriksen, we can't trust that many people when it comes to holding up the ball and involving others in play, right? When you look at And I think Weghorst can get there, but it'll take some time because he's fairly new, and that takes a level of like non-communicational kind of reading the game between you and your teammates when it comes to setting up attacks, right? So we want Sancho to be a part of it because whether it's the right or the left or through the middle, he brings everybody else and he gets them involved and he creates a lot of opportunities just by the way he passes in the final third. That's why we enjoy Martial. He might not be scoring goals, but he plays the pass that leads to the assist, right? And it's usually for the winger who makes the through ball across and in the goal's history, right? So we want Sancho to be there, but mentally and physically, he has not played a meaningful match. And I don't know how many. I guess like
October, I think October was
since
the last time
October.
Sancho. Yeah, it was late October. We're now late January.
And a defo, not with. I mean, again, shout out to the Arsenal fans in the chat, but y'all some dickheads in the stadium. I bet y'all some grade A. Yeah, he gonna hear it if he plays.
Yeah, I won't play him against Arsenal. No,
Yeah, he comes back.
we
Let
got
him get
Forest
his.
twice and Reading coming up. Like their games for him. But go
Those
on.
are games for him. So we'll ease Sancho back into the mix. Do I think he's a more dynamic winger than Anthony? I would say so. I would say so. I think the thing that Anthony gave us was just stability on the right side because he interlinks with what's his face? Delo. And I think that's a big part of what's the issue right now between Anthony and his play is he doesn't have Delo back there. Credit to Juan Bissaka, he's been playing well, but there's only so much that they have together and play time. That rapport isn't there yet as it is between Anthony and Delo. So is Delo still injured? Do we know if
I
he's
believe. Well, I've not heard anything. Let us know in the chat,
Mhm.
people. And that being said, there's 50 of you lot locked in. We're at 35 likes. Let's hit 5 more likes. Let's get us up to 40 likes, people, because there's over 50 of you lot. Hit the subscriber button as well. We've had 1 new subscriber. We're looking for 3 more people to hit the milestone for this stream alone. In it, that's the first milestone. To my man, I don't know what your name is because it's just it's just, I don't know what even that is. But he says we definitely losing the match on Sunday. Arsenal are just too good. You know what's the crazy part I see, Eddie? The difference in the chat from Tuesday to now Thursday and Friday. So before the Palace game,
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Forrest.
yeah,
I think that's Selassie. That's
is it?
Selassie. So it might
See,
be
man, you are
East
educated.
Africa in the building.
Hey,
Respect,
shout out East
respect.
Africa in the
Yeah, man,
building, man. I just
respect.
didn't know what
Kenya
it
in the
was.
building.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
all that, all that. I don't know. I think this is. I don't want to mess it up. So
Yeah.
put where you're from in the chat too, and leave a like if you have.
Yeah,
But yeah, go
let us
on.
know in it. I didn't want to butcher it. That's why I didn't say my guy. So no disrespect.
Yeah,
That's why I was just like, I don't know what that is. Like, I'm not
yeah,
gonna
I
lie
hear
to you
you.
lot.
I
You know what
hear
I'm saying?
you.
But love if that's the case. But yeah, like the difference in the chat from just one draw. People are talking title races. I've not seen one comment, and we've been here half an hour saying United are in a title race and can win. Now we can't win at Arsenal. Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? On Tuesday's edition and Monday's edition, I was being argued down that we're in a title race and can win the league. One result, people. And the mood has just switched like that. It's gone from rainbows and blue skies to now it's all gray skies. You know what I'm saying? And thunder and lightning and torrential rain. You know what I'm saying? And it's snowing and it's sleet and hailstone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I called it, man. Some people's skies are falling, and this is what I stated to people on Mondays, ManDem United, on Tuesday, when I do the Q&As, when you see me on other channels as well, that take it a game at a time. Because one bad result is going to feel like a kick in the teeth. And now, look, the energy has switched. We have done a complete 180. We've done a 181. That's how much it is. Not even a 180. It's been a 181 turn. Not one person has said, yeah, United can win. Me and Eddie are here saying, yeah, United can win this game. And I'm confident United win this game. Again, that doesn't mean we can't lose it because we can. Arsenal are a good side. That doesn't mean it can't be a draw. But stylistically, I like how we match up against Arsenal. And I keep stating this, people, from a stylistic standpoint. And yeah, the Anthony slander, people go on to him. I'm going to give him a season to acclimatize to the league. I'm going to give him some time to actually learn the language. All of these things play factors. Also adding the fact he's not the finished article. Also adding the fact, what is he, 21, 22? So yeah, does his overall game need to improve? Absolutely. But that's everybody. You know what I'm saying in that? That's everybody. You feel me in that? That's what that is. Yeah,
What
man
it
said
is.
he'll instantly and that. And yeah, Oracle Rance does say you're in a title race. He's entitled to his opinion. I disagree. I don't believe we're in a title
When
race.
did he say that?
I don't know if he did say that. Oracle's making up. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
remember him
think.
saying that, but Oracle might be. I don't know. Maybe he did say that, and I wasn't on stream.
Yeah,
But I've
that's
said
the
we're not in
thing
a
for
title
me.
race. Yeah, go on.
That's the thing for me. Like people, look at where we're at. Look at where we're at, right? And you have to enjoy that. There's a process to everything. There really is. We were not going to come out here with the squad that we have right now and think we were in a title race. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't because I don't see enough world beaters on the pitch, right? Like, we'll take City for example yesterday. It wasn't their best game, but it was one of those games where the talent won them the day. The talent, like Mahrez, just
Yeah, it's different.
where's our Mahrez? Just off the bench, come through,
Facts.
change the game. We don't have that.
No.
We don't have that. So what we have is a team that competes with the best of them, a team that tactically, defensively is, I think, up there with the from if I think I don't even know what the stats say, but like you look at the defensive team that I'd say is like Newcastle,
Yeah, Newcastle
who
are up there.
really
Arsenal
set
are up
up
there. They're two good defensive sides in terms of
right.
conceding goals. But carry on.
Like we're not. The unfortunate thing is, I wish we had this coach when the Glazers were just spending recklessly. Right, they spent everything in the bag when it came to Ollie. And I understand we're being sold right now. That's why they can't do too much, I guess. But I find that highly ridiculous, right? Why wouldn't I put more in the investment to improve the investment? But hey, I'm just a simple man. I'm not worth billions of dollars. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's unfortunate because I look at this is crazy. I'm gonna say it right now. I look at these other teams in the league and I'm like, listen, you're only ahead of us because of those 2 games in the beginning of the season.
First?
That's the only reason. That's the only reason it's not closer because he tried to do it the board's way, playing the likes of Maguire and Shaw and all that. When he finally got to do it his way, we saw the benefits of it. So we can't be in a title race with this squad, boss. I'm sorry, I gotta break it to you, but nah, fam, we're not built for that.
I'm saying this, and Anton said it. He never said that. Ron said that you don't have the squad. We don't have the squad for the title race, and that we don't score enough goals. Because I said I don't remember when we spoke yesterday. It coming up, I don't. But like I said, that's why I didn't take it when man said it. I'm like, all right, if he said that, he said that. But I don't remember him saying that. But
Yeah, I
Easter Road,
usually catch y'all too. But I was doing the work stuff. So, but I know for a fact, man. I know because he ain't say we at the top. I know he didn't say we at the top already.
Big up to Abraham as well. Says Flawless and Eddie. Big up, bros. Big up Victor in the cut as well. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. Don't forget that Victor's one of the members. When you see the green usernames, shout out to all the members of the channel. Many great perks, people. But how you can support for absolutely free, hit that like button. And we're at 40 likes. So the next milestone is now 50. You know what I'm saying? Now it is now 50 likes. Let's do so. And to Marcus, who said, I don't think his overall game is bad. I just think he's not a good counter-attacking player. I disagree. I think Anthony's fine on the counter-attack. Yeah. But I don't want to see him start. And that's not because I think he's a bad player. I think for this game and how Zinchenko plays, I'd prefer to see Bruno out there. I'm saying, give me the energy and the legs and him being industrious. That's what I want. And then have an Anthony and then a Martial off the bench as options. Yeah. And we've seen Anthony come off the bench against City as well. And he wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. So yeah, I have no qualms. Like I said, I'm giving him a season to actually get settled. I'm saying he's going into the worst possible predicament. Just because we're playing well doesn't, I'm not losing sight of the fact because we're playing well, the predicament that we was in at the start of the season. And how now we're overachieving. Everyone's expectations is higher. I don't change my expectations like that because I'm fully aware of where we are at and where we were. Manchester United just had their worst ever season last season. Ever, people. All the bad seasons we had our worst ever season last season. Look at the squad. Yes, Martinez has done the business. Yes, Casemiro's done the business. As has Eriksson, as has Malacia. But I'll take that. know what I'm saying? And Anthony, like I said, his GNA is not, his output's not a problem for me. It's his overall game. But as his overall game gets better, his output will get better too. Until we're kind of forever, who says flawless. If we get at least 2 more players, we can enter the title race. I've been saying this. If you add another striker and you add a midfielder into it, different conversation. I'm saying different conversation.
Yeah.
Call it different conversation. Hey, big up Victor, man. Catch up with you soon, my guy. Big
All
up,
right,
big
Vic,
up.
stay up, stay blessed, bro.
Every time. Big up, big up. And Demarcus said our away performances have been really poor this season. Because it's about results. They've not been really poor either. That's strong words. You being way over the top. And we went through this yesterday.
Calma.
They haven't been good, but they've not been really poor. Because if they've been really poor all season, you don't get points.
You don't get points.
Yeah, you don't get no points if they've been really poor. I'd say some of them not been good, some of them been good, some of them been average. Some of them been workmanlike, which I have no issue with. I have no issue with it. We don't play, for the most part, pretty football. We have at times, but we don't, because we're a work in progress.
And we don't have the players for it.
Yes.
That's the thing. You want to play pretty football? I'm going to be real. People don't want to hear it. You can't play a guy like Bruno and say you want to play pretty football.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Like, right now, you can't really play a guy like Rashford and say you want to play pretty football. That's not what he does, right? That's not what makes him great. And here's the thing. I've conceded this point. Flawless talks about it all the time. Pretty football is cool, but give me goals.
Give me output. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you got to set up with what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, if you're a boxer and you're 6'3" and have long reach, box on the outside. That's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? In that, like, that's just common sense.
Play, bro. It's like, look at our team. Our team is, if I had to give our team anything, any type of credit, like, the first thing I'm gonna say about our team is we got dogs.
Yes.
That's what puts us at the top of the table, almost at the top of the table, is you look like how athletic we are, and you couple that with some dog in you, it's a wrap. Like, I say it all the time, people. We got a bunch of tryhards. We started sprinkling in some talented folk, and now you're seeing it all come together. I've been trying to tell y'all. Martinez is the best of both worlds.
Facts.
Shout out to Anthony, best of both worlds. Try hard, got the technique.
I got the skill. Because what people have to realize is we are a better defensive team than we are offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're a boxer, we are going to win. And I keep using boxing as an analogy because it's saying I talk about styles, and plus it's a sport I watch. We are going to win more bouts and points than we are knockouts. We're not going to KO a lot of teams. We ain't going to win 4-5-6-0 currently. And that's okay. Obviously, you want to add that to the team eventually. But one thing we are, like Eddie said, try hard. We're tough to beat. We don't concede a lot of goals. We're tough to beat. I can't remember the last time we lost 2 Premier League games in a row. I think it was the start of the season. I mean, that's the only time. And we don't give up a lot of chances. Even though we drew against Palace, we kept them really quiet. Manchester City, we kept them really quiet. Arsenal in the reverse fixture, and we're nowhere near as good as we are now as we was back then, kept them quiet. And so forth and so forth. Like, even when you go back at games, we dropped points. It wasn't from a defensive standpoint. It's offensively. The Villa game's the only one I look at and go, yeah, we were not at it defensively. But going forward, that's where the issues lie. That's why we dropped points against Palace. Exactly. Our attackers didn't do the business. That's it. Rashford wasn't good. Bruno wasn't good. Anthony wasn't good. Eriksen wasn't good. They're the 4 you're looking at. You're looking at your free behind the striker and your deep line playmaker. And yeah, Eriksen set up the goal and Bruno a good finish. But other than that, they didn't. But they're going to have off days.
That's it.
But yeah, he's made us defensively solid and hard to beat. He started with the defense, and I have no issue with that. Because then if we have another good summer, we build on that. And you throw in another defensive player, and then you throw in some attackers. Bear in mind, people, don't forget, this is not Ten Hag's team. This is not Ten Hag's team. It's not his permanent striker's not here. Rashford ain't his left winger. Bruno's not his 10. That's a key part in what you're doing. Bear in mind, Dalot, nor Wan-Bissaka are his fullbacks either. I'm not saying these players ain't good and can't deliver. I'm just saying we don't know how Ten Hag wants to set up. We don't know his profile yet. So we're gonna find out in the summer. But I like what I'm seeing. So to say we've been really poor from away from home is just wrong. You can say we've been average, but we've picked up points. I bet our away record's one of the best. Guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. Right, you lot, how many likes are we actually on? Let me double check. All right, we're at 43. 7 more. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. And there's 43 of you lot locked in. So you know what? Salute to you lot. And yeah,
Salute
Drizzy,
to
that you
each and
saying it
every
here.
one of y'all, man.
I swear our fan base want Anthony to be an instant success. They need to relax. He's young. People need to give him time. He will improve. That's how I'm on.
Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing so far. I'll give you time to improve and get better. Will I be critical at times? Yes. But there's no player I'm not critical of if he's performing poorly. I'm not performing to a good standard. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And to be honest, let's call it how it is. Like, the only thing Anthony needs to improve on is using his right foot. Mm-hmm. And that's my personal opinion. Everything else, I'm completely fine with the decisions he makes, right? And he's hampered because he doesn't use his right foot. That's it. Other than that, like, I'm not worried about that, brother, because I think he's like, what, 21, 22? He just looks hella old because, again, he hadn't seen some shit now. I try to tell y'all, Anthony hadn't seen some shit. I don't know what, and I don't think I want to know what. Might be on some City of God vibes, but listen, that brother, that eyes didn't seen a whole lot. So that's why he looked the way he looked. He young still. So give him time, man. He'll adapt. He'll play. He'll play to the standard that we all have for him. I think it's because, we're all seeing what he can do and seeing what's next. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just got to give it time. Just give him time. Give him time. There's a couple brothers I got no time for. Shout out Anthony Alanga. I hope the loan works out well. I'm rooting for it. McTominay, you're here by circumstance, Playboy. You are here by circumstance. We are looking this summer in the market. Trust me, dog. Trust me. So
go on.
We good, man. We good. Again, I think this is gonna be our hardest week. This is gonna be our hardest week. This has been our hardest week. Because imagine, people, this is the game we had to make up due to the Queen's passing. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
You called it.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm from Ethiopia, the origin of humankind, home of the earliest remains of human ancestors ever found, the only country that's never been colonized." Hey, big up, man. Good to see my Ethiopians in the building, man.
Tell them that history if they don't
Love
know,
that.
man. Yeah,
love that.
Shout out to all Ethiopians out there, man.
Yeah, man. Love to everyone from the motherland who's locked in. Love to everyone in it, because Sarcasm City really is worldwide, man. So much appreciated wherever you're from. Flawless, when Sancho comes back, I'm willing to hedge my bets that he keeps Anthony out of the team. Good, Oracle. You acting like I want you to be wrong. If Sancho's keeping Anthony out of the team, that means that Sancho's doing the business. That's good, which means he's helping Manchester United's performances, which means he's increasing our chances of winning games, which means it's increasing our chances of winning points and winning matches, which also increases our chances of winning trophies. I'm not against this. I don't care. I'll discuss these things, but I don't care about it being right. Whether it's Anthony or whether it's Sancho, whoever's playing the best will perform. If Rashford falls off and Sancho goes and takes his place, I'm with it. I'm all about performances. Forget who this is and favorites. Do I like Anthony? Yes, but if he's not performing and Sancho's performing better, he'll be benched.
He'll be benched just like that.
When McTominay was playing well and saying he deserves his place, because McTominay at the start of the season was playing well. If you perform like Luke Shaw at centre back, that's why I'm saying I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm saying go away to Arsenal and play Luke Shaw in the back four as one of the centre backs. That's crazy to me. But from what I've seen, I'm like, yo, you deserve your shot. It's all about merit. That's what it is. I'm all about merit. That's what I'm on. So yeah, if this happens, fair enough, innit? I'm not Sancho FC. I'm not Anthony FC. I'm Manchester United FC. That's why I'm a stan of the football club. And even though I'm a stan, I still criticize it when they do things I believe that are not in their best interests. And just give my opinion. But hopefully Sancho does come back and he's fire.
Yeah, man. We again, people. I've been on here more times than I can count, cooking the hell out of Shaw. I even cooked him right now.
Yeah, you did.
But I've also been here to give that brother credit, because from what I've been seeing of Shaw at that center back position, he really gave Martinez a run for his money.
Huh?
He really did. He was the active one. You know, Varane is in is playing phenomenal just as the sweep.
In his bag, yo. He's
In
in
his
his bag.
bag, man. He's doing what he needs to do because he has that comfort in the system and the player that he's playing around. Right? When you look at the Manchester City goal, you can't tell me that pass was meant for Grealish. You can't.
You reckon he's just hit an area?
I think he just hit an area. Hopefully somebody
Yes.
gets to it. He was probably looking for Haaland. That's who he was looking for. But yeah, I'm telling you, I enjoy how we have at this point in our season raised the standards of what we expect, right? People want to say title charge, and I get that because they're seeing how we play, right? I can actually get with them. I disagree, of course, but I understand that this team is way different than the Ollie team, and it's sustainable because we see the same performance every game. Defensively, we see the same performance every game. It took Elise. I've never seen Elise hit a free kick like that in my entire fucking life. I swear to you. I have never seen Elise. You acting totally different, Elise. I'm familiar with your game. I'm a fan. Bottom of the top post, bro. You gotta see you do it again. You do it again, I'll give you the credit. You don't, Lord, it was your day, and the Lord has blessed you. That's what I'm running with, bro. So, yeah, man, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And again, we want players to do well. We want Sancho to come through, threatening Anthony for being the common starter every game because that's what we didn't want when Ollie was here.
Facts.
We didn't want people just having a position and just staying there because they had no competition. Oh, man.
That's what it is, 100%. So I can only echo again there where Eddie said it's all about team players getting players keeping their place on merit for good performances. Nick says, I really hope Ten Hag's going to unleash Sancho in the middle. That will give the attackers more freedom to do their thing. And now we got Big Reg to finish chances. Set pieces will be huge as well. Yeah, set pieces with Weghorst will now be a huge could be a huge factor for us, not only both offensively, but also defensively as well. And in terms of Sancho, I've said I want to see Sancho in the false nine. I think his best attributes suit that. I think that this could be a turning point in his entire Manchester United career. Never mind just this season in terms of where he's going to play. And I believe, I look at it, where we're short is 9. Yes, you got Rashford and Garnacho for the left. Antony plays wide right. Palestri's played out there as well now. Obviously, I'm not saying Sancho can't play either of those positions, but I look at the 9. Because Martial, we know about his fitness issues. Weghorst is only a stopgap anyway, so he's really not going to be playing week in, week out. There's a spot there for him. And I think he's a great foil for the wide players, whether that's Rashford, Antony, Garnacho. Even Bruno and Eriksen as runners from midfield as well. I really, really, really want to see Sancho in the false 9. Whether Ten Hag does that, I don't know. Even if it's a team we're dominating the ball against, I don't mind him in the 10. If we got 65, 70% possession of the ball and we're just on the ball and dominating the team and there's no outlet for them, I would play him in the 10. But I preferably want to see him in a false 9. But whether Ten Hag does that or not, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. It's a whole different conversation. Langan Sweet says Sancho better than Saka, in my opinion. We just haven't seen it flawless. And it's Eddie there. That's Eddie, Langan Sweet. Do you agree? I can't agree with that right now because Saka's just on form. So I can't. Saka's on fire. And he deserves his plaudit. Sancho's not played, so no, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what Sancho's going to turn up. I hope it's, I'm saying, fully focused. I'm saying Sancho raring to go because he has a great platform to succeed because he's walking into a team that's winning and full of confidence. So hopefully he can apply that. But I can't say that, no, he's better than Saka right now when Saka's in form and Sancho ain't played since late October. And it is now late January. But he could be like a new signing. Before we continue, yo, we're 4 off 50, you lot. We're 4 off 50 likes, man. Like, check. Let's get that up, man. 50 likes, people. And also 3 off the subscriber count, 4,840. That was the milestone for the stream today. Before we close out, we're still going to be here for a strong minute. So don't worry about that. But yeah, I know there's over 40 of you lot locked in. Everyone's not subscribed here. Hit the subscribe button. I know that. That's a fact. And bump up them likes. Let's get to 50 likes. We're looking for 4 likes and 3 subscribers.
Oh yeah,
Talk.
I'll give that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I thought when he came out the gate, like first couple games, Sancho was cooking. He was cooking. Um, and I thought, yeah, I would have agreed with you, but at this current moment in time, I can't say it.
Yeah.
But I don't even want to say the other phrase about that dude that plays for Arsenal. I don't. Yeah, I will. I don't want to say it. I
Yeah.
don't want to say it.
Yeah, and this is why I don't give the inform thing, because then we get into what ifs. Then it's like,
Yeah,
why inform Sancho? Look what inform Rashford is doing. I inform Martial. Like, what are you doing? I don't look for you're either in form or out of form. If you're in form, we'll talk about what's going on right now. If you're out of form, we'll talk about what's going on right now. So, and with Sancho, I can't say he's not in form or out of form. He's not played. So I can't give a judgment on a player who's not getting on the pitch. I really can't. And someone mentioned it as well. Drizzy does want to get into this. He says, we need to talk about Rashford's selfishness. The past 2 games, he could have passed the ball so many times, but he will dribble and lose the ball. That comes into decision making. But more often than not, this season, he's got it right. Just that it was off against Palace. Palace, there was a time when Bruno hit a great crossfield pass. Rashford brought it down outside the edge of their box, and he just had to flick it around the corner to Garnacho, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And that's, you live and die by your decisions, especially being wingers and attacking players. It's all about, not all about, but decision making is key. That's what sets you apart from being good, from being great, from being elite. And Rashford's got it right more often than not. What are you saying about this?
yeah. I've been noticed that. If I'm being honest, like I've been noticed that he's feeling himself. You could tell them goals got to his head a little bit, and I can't blame him. Brother probably felt invincible. He's like, yo, every time this ball touched my foot, it's in the back of the net. This is crazy. And so he's feeling himself. But again, I'm more okay with that Rashford with a Ten Hag situation than I was when he was doing it with Ollie, because he'll get this out. He'll get this coached out of him soon enough. He'll get it coached out of him soon enough, but I just don't think you want to kind of ruin his confidence in this moment. You know, that's because it's a fine line. It's a fine line, especially Rashford strikes me as the kind of player when his confidence is high, you don't want to mess with him.
Yes.
Some players can go like this, right? Them stone hearts. We call them stone hearts because it don't matter what you talking about. He's coming here to kill and eat. But some players, they got to kind of believe it. They got to be, it got to be reinforced. So, yeah, I think with you're right, Jersey Des, because I do see a bunch of times, even in the City game, where Martial, if Rashford lifts his head up, Martial is making a run and he has a better chance at goal than you do from the angle that you're taking. And you just have to play him in, but he decides he wants to shoot, or the touch is too heavy, or he takes one too many touches because his mentality is score, score, score. Right? Rashford can create when there's no other thing he's supposed to do. Right? When you're talking about a guy is on the opposite flank and he has an open net, just play the ball across, he'll make that pass 9 times out of 10. But when you're talking about taking men on, dragging people in, and then creating for somebody else, that's not his game. That's not his game at all.
I said, and Drizzy does said, not Drizzy does. Emma said it. Some of Rashford's best goals have also come from him being
Shout out
selfish.
to Emma, real one in the chat. I always appreciate you showing up, Emma.
A real one. Even this season, it's a fine line, and that's what it is. And that comes back to what I was saying, Emma, about decision making. More often than not, this season he's got it right. So I don't really have issue. But when he gets it wrong, obviously you're going to be frustrated on the day. But it's more about getting it right more times than you get it wrong. So that's why I'm not been, even though Rashford wasn't good against Palace, I'm not here being overly critical. I'm like, all right, turn it around. You're gonna have an off day. That is going to happen. Every player is gonna suffer from it. Every single player is gonna suffer from an off day. So yeah, you know what I'm saying in that. You saying, Eddie, what have you seen that's piqued your interest in that? Yo, what is that?
I'm at work. I'm sorry, bro.
See, no stress. I thought someone said something in the chat.
Nah. I'm at work. It's just
stress,
we got a
man.
funny chat going on. But yeah, hey, Blackmore, I'm with you. But I'm good with Delo. But Elise, hey, bro, you could play on my team any day of the week, bro.
Hey, big up to Manchester, big up Flawless and Eddie. I'll catch you guys next time. Big up, man.
All right,
Marcus says,
man.
I'm fine with him doing selfish stuff at OT, but on the road, get the job done and go home. Nah, I disagree with this. It's about the correct decision making, whether you're at Old Trafford or you're playing away from Old Trafford. And like I said, more often than not this season, he's got it right. That's why he has the goal return he has so far. That's why he has however many assists. This is why he's putting in good performances where we're like, yo, Rashford's been key. So I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Away games made the correct play, secure the 3 points. Decision making is why I think Sancho still has a chance to go to the top. Even Garnacho has better decision making than Rashi. No one's writing off Sancho, by the way. Don't get mistaken. I'm not writing him off. Sancho has all the ability. It's not a lack of talent. Never once have I said Sancho is not talented. So let me get that clear. But eventually, you have to show up. You have to produce. You can't just be talented forever. And this is not so much Sancho, because I don't think he's been that. I'm talking Griezmann's. I'm talking João Felix. I'm talking Dembele. I'm talking about those type of players. And the reason why I mention those three, because people will hype up those three players and then go look at their numbers. Go look at the seasons they're having. Go look at their performances. But because man look good on a comp and can drop a shoulder and his tricks and flicks and it all looks good on the eye in terms of how they're playing ball, people get fooled by these things. No, produce. This is why I'm so critical. Eventually, you have to produce. But then them saying people will praise them and then criticize Mo Salah, for instance, for all his deficiencies. And we know Salah's not the best footballer in the world. He puts up, he helps Liverpool achieve things. He's helped them win a Premier League. He's helped them win a Champions League. He's helped them win an FA Cup. He's helped them win a League Cup. He's produced on a consistent basis. Yes, you need talent, but you also eventually get to a point where I'm like, produce something. What is your productivity? Stop giving me talent. And again, that's not Sancho, but I don't want Sancho to go into that bracket where it's like, yeah, what if on his day? Nah, on your day needs to be pretty much every day. That's what it is if we're at Manchester United. Because there's other talented players, not so much at Manchester, but there's talented players at Manchester United delivering every day. You know what I'm saying? Varane delivers every week. Martinez has been delivering every week. Casemiro's been delivering every week.
Every week.
That's the levels you have to. And if you have enough of those players, you'll win more matches than you lose. Look at Manchester City. All right, they're not having it good this season, but they've won 4 Premier League titles in 5 years. Is their team extremely talented? Yes. But their players produce 99 times out of 100. They produce over a course of a league season. It's not just De Bruyne's talent or Sterling's talent or Bernardo Silva or Foden or Mahrez or Stones or Diaz or Cancelo. The list goes on. Them players produce. You know what I'm saying? Jack Grealish is another one. He's in that bracket where it's like, yeah, he produced at Villa, but I'm saying at City. We all know Jack Grealish is talented. Not one person have I ever heard say, right, Jack, I don't rate Jack Grealish. He's not a talent. It's productivity, decision-making, all of these things. And that's where I'm at with Sancho. I'm tired, and this ain't really at Sancho, but I'm tired of players like that being defended. He's cold. Yeah, he's cold. He has the potential to be the world class. What is his level? That's where I'm at. And we had that with Rashford. People was giving Luke Shaw time. And yes, he's performing now, but Luke Shaw been here almost 10 years.
Yeah, man.
Like, how long do you get? How's Griezmann catching strays like he hasn't produced? Marcus, when's the last time Griezmann had an 8 out of 10 season? Let me ask you.
The honest to God's truth, like the best I've seen Griezmann play was the World Cup. It hasn't been for club. It hasn't been for Madrid. Nah, fam. Nah, they want him up out of there. But he makes so much money. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Ain't nobody trying to see that.
So that's what it is with Griezmann. He is an international tournament because we only talk about him once every 2 years. That's the only time people talk about him. They've been in the Champions League, Atletico Madrid. What's he done? Tell me, please, Marcus, or someone else. And I've had this discussion. When's the last time he had a great season? Not good, great. Where you can go, oh my, Griezmann that season. Oh my God. No. Don't hit me with the bro, but he's old now. So Griezmann ain't even that old.
Nah, he just play old. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Let's see. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. Mental gymnastics to defend these guys. Here we go. Look, let me check this. I got the laptop here because Griezmann's not that old. I asked a simple question a man can never answer.
He might be like 31, 32.
Griezmann's 31.
Yeah.
So we calling 31 old now,
No,
people.
no. I'm just giving the That's what I
Yeah, no,
thought he was
you
at.
Eddie, but we
Yeah.
got is that what we're saying? See the mental gymnastics. Now it's Griezmann's old. I asked a simple question. When is the last time Griezmann had a great season? Man, go directly to age. Man always want to do mental gymnastics and avoid questions. Answer the question. When is the last time Antoine Griezmann had a great season? Club season. Don't give me international tournaments. Great season. But because he's talented and he's left-footed and he looks good on a comp, you know what I'm saying? People gonna get gassed up. I'll ask you the question again, Marcus. When's the last time Griezmann had a great season? Just give me a year. Give me a year. And then we gonna check the numbers and see if it adds up. So please, you know what I'm saying? Please elaborate. When's the last time he was in the Champions League and did anything, people? Did we not play them? We played them last year,
We played
correct?
him last year.
Was Griezmann not in the team?
He was.
He's in the team.
And it
There
was
we
João
go.
Felix who cooked us. It wasn't him.
What did he do? Over 2 legs. I don't even know if he played. That's how non-existent he was and anonymous he was. I don't even know if he played. But then people will hype him up.
Trying to tell. Hey,
Because
man.
Drizzy does. I've been saying this about this guy. People like get fooled by talent. Dembele is the same. Dembele is the same. A man who has 12 league goals in 4 years. 12 league goals in 4 years. But Marcus, you like I said, you think 31's old. All right, cool. I even know why I bother talking to you. I'm not gonna lie. Drizzy does like it's not even a damn. It's facts. Man can't answer questions. I answer everything. You lot ask me questions day in day out.
Brother. Let's call it. Let's call it this way, Marcus.
Like, come on, man.
Zlatan is about 38. No, fuck that. He about 100 years old. He injured right now. But when he's on it, he's on it. Age is nothing but a number.
31. 31's old now. You know what I'm
and
saying?
we talking about 31, bro.
31's old now.
I think it's because you look at the landscape of football right now, and all the best players are young. I get that. But 31 in football and age is still it's not old. It's not old. You get to like 33, 34, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. But yeah, 31, nah, man. He's still in his prime, but he's actually not because he hasn't played that well, but he's not old. I think it's just the football he's been playing. You don't go to Madrid to play pretty football. You don't, you sacrifice a lot when you play for a manager like Simeone. And I mean, he's been successful there, right? They have had successful teams with him involved, but he just hasn't been playing well lately. That's all it is, Marcus. He just has not been playing well lately. I rate him as a football player. I really do enjoy him as a football player.
He's talented.
He's talented.
Absolutely.
But again, talent means nothing when it's not applied correctly.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not necessarily applying his talent to the best of his abilities. For what reason? We can get into that on another stream. But
yeah, Marcus, answer the question. When was the last time he had a great season?
Yeah, you can't.
That's what I want to know.
I'm telling you, you can't answer that question. It's tough. It's like 4 or 5 years ago, bro. Like it's been that situation.
You know what I'm saying, we're talking 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Probably 5 years ago. Flawless, make sure no one gets into your studio and gets done like the BBC, literally. No one will do that. That's jokes, yo. That ain't happening over here. Don't worry about it, man.
Y'all got all that money. And they got played like that. Y'all got played like that. Nah, fam. Nah. Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, so he said it. 2017 was his last season. We're in 2023.
Yeah.
So we say in half a decade is the last time this man had a great season.
Hey, that's a tough ass for me to defend,
but
brother.
Then man will write off Anthony in 6 months.
Let's keep it consistent now.
Let's keep it consistent. So if Griezmann gets 5 years, let's give Anthony 5 years. That's fair. All right, again in it. Like I say, Marcus said yesterday that Barcelona are a better team than Manchester City. So whatever in it.
Marcus, brother. Yeah. Marcus, relax, brother.
That's what he said. Barcelona are a better team than Manchester City.
Come on, man.
So yeah,
we gonna see. We gonna see about all that, man. Come on, man.
Like, yeah, boy, we've got over 50 likes, people. Big up to you lot. Let's get up to 60 likes. That's the next milestone.
Let's 60 get it. Likes.
I know some of you lot are new, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel, people. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. What we got coming up tonight? Q&A, people. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. I'm saying 11 p.m. So slightly earlier than the Wednesdays and the Sundays ones. Lengen Sweet says Flawless and Eddie, what's your opinion on Martial? I'll let you take that away first.
Yeah, I one of my favorite players at the club, but I think Des said it best. Like, I cannot defend injuries anymore. Like, I got to deal with that on my Lakers side of things with this Anthony Davis guy, and I got to deal with it on Martial. The best ability is availability. That's the best ability. Again, it's the one that makes you the most money. You can't stay on the pitch. You're not going to get paid. If you can't stay on the pitch, we can't depend on you. If you don't stay on the pitch, I can't consider you a top player because your team cannot depend on you to be there. And I said again, I don't have the card on me right now, but you know what it is.
Yeah, you
Platinum
Martial.
card carrying member of the Martial fan club.
Yeah, fan club. Yeah, you are Martial FC.
It's Martial FC all day. But I can't be like, yeah, Martial is the guy for us moving forward. He can be a squad player. Definitely can be a squad, but I think he's a perfect squad player for where we're trying to go. If he wants to leave, man, thank you for the service. Thank you for the couple trophies you were involved with. It's been fun, but we have goals, bro, and we're going. Ten Hag has a vision of taking Manchester United back to the top. And when you look at the players of the past that we've had, they always showed up. They were always there, right? Well, until they got sold for Ferguson. So it's unfortunate, man. I'm sad it doesn't happen, right? I'm sad it doesn't happen. It hasn't really, his fitness level hasn't upped. Like, I'm hurting bad, people. Like, again, I come on here all the time and defend Martial against everybody. Yeah. But now, Nick, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
I said Martial needs that Bayern.
We need that Bayern doctor. We need that Liverpool trainer. You know what I'm talking about? We need I don't know, what's it called? The NHS. Make this a national emergency for y'all, man. Make this a big part of somebody's election campaign. I'm going to get Martial fit. That's what y'all should do. Make that a big part of the next campaign. I'll be the leader to get Martial to stay fit for an entire season. And I'll fly over my damn self and fake vote. I'll figure out a way to cast my ballot for you, man. That's how I got to go. But I can't, we just can't defend it anymore. It's unfortunate because, like we said, brother, he puts the play together. He helps us out tremendously with creating opportunities for everybody else, more than an Anthony or a Rashford can, but for other players. So yeah, we rate him, but it is what it is, man. If you're not fit, it's unfortunate.
Flawless and I'll get to this. Sorry, I was gonna say this again. Language sweet. My thoughts on Martial been the same and been consistent. I said, is he talented? Yes, I have no doubts about his talent. But when it comes to availability, he's not available. And when you're not available, you can't produce. This is why I no longer defend him and haven't been defending him for like 2 years now. I'm saying it's been a long time. Like, I'll always say, like, I don't let people get on him. And when people criticize him in terms of his output and him as a player, then I don't criticize, then I don't get onto him. You know what I'm saying? And Marcus, nobody said anything about stats. I asked you a question. You know what? Go away, man. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Man, just be here talking rubbish in a bit, man. As I was saying, man, just want to just say what he want to say. Bye. I'm saying I got no time for it. Ruling with the iron fist this season. You know what I'm saying? Man, just want to come here, complain, and disagree with me. Go away,
Marcus, man. I tried to save you.
Go away, man. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Just nonsense. Every day seeking attention. Go away, man. But as I was saying, back to the Martial thing, I'll only defend him when people criticize him as a player. So when people say, oh, he's not good. No, he's good when he's on the pitch. Like, let's not do that and look at goal returns and all this type of nonsense. What I will say is he's not available enough. And availability is massive. It's absolutely huge being available, and we can't rely on him. This is why I stopped defending him. And I wouldn't actively sell him. But if an offer came in for him, I'd let him go. Because he's the perfect striker for us playing up front, but he can't stay fit. So what use are you? I've said it before. Like he doesn't play enough matches. My biggest criticism of him is his lack of game. Very similar to when Pogba was there. People was on Pogba. My biggest problem with Pogba was you don't play enough. Martial don't play enough, and it's like how long are we gonna give you for you to get right? Because even when he's played this season, he's played poor in a couple games, but I don't have no issues with his performances. It's not even a performance, even though he's missed a couple chances. It's not a performance thing. I'm like, are you gonna stay fit? And the answer is no. Already this season, I think if he plays, me and Murtaza mentioned it to it when we tallied it up, and this was a few 2-3 weeks ago. If Martial plays every Premier League game, it'd still be under 30. That's not enough, even from now, because of the amount of games he's missed. I think this season he's not completed a 90-minute game.
Wow.
That's an issue. And we've seen the impact it had in the derby against City, even though he wasn't at his best. As soon as he came off the pitch, our attack went to shit.
Yeah.
And we offered nothing in the second half against City up until the equalizer that Bruno scored. We offered nothing. Absolutely zero. You know what I'm saying? And he's key to that. But yeah, with Martial, man, like, yeah, he's been playing injured. Hopefully he can get fit. But I've given up hope. That's why I would say I'm Martial. That's why I no longer defend him. I've given up because you don't give me anything to defend. Same way with Sancho, with his performances. As much as I want to defend him, I can't. I defend him now because he's not been around, but I'm saying when he was here and playing, because he wasn't playing well. And RJ says, Martial is our Bobby Firmino. He's the glue. He's the tuna mayonnaise to make the sandwich. Excuse the bad analogy. I understand the point you're making, RJ.
I'll excuse that. That inclusion of mayonnaise, RJ. You are forgetting.
Yeah, but we get that the overall point that you are making, and yeah, he is the glue, and he's very key to what we do. But what happens if the glue's not there? Then there's no Pritt stick, man. It's not there. I'm saying
it's just not there, people.
Like. Yeah, and the fact that Martial's been playing injured these last few games and it still look decent is kind of annoying. Like, I really hope he could stay fully fit. He could be our best. That's the thing is, even not fully fit, and I can see he's not fully fit watching him, he's still having an impact. So imagine he stayed fit. Imagine. That's my thoughts on it. Hey, you lot, bump up the likes, bump up the subscribers as well. Make sure you do so. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Daredevil says it here. Martial is a really good and talented player, and as a Man United fan, we know this, but his injuries availability is the issue. Simple as that. And it's unfortunate. It is. It really is, man. It's such a big what if, but we're Manchester United. We ain't got times for what ifs. It's what now. That's what it is. What's going on? What is happening right now at this moment? I'm saying. You can have the best soldier in the world, but if you can't go to war, what use? Man can't get out on the battlefield.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I can't get out, and it sucks because I rate him highly. You got everything I want from a 9. Ten Hag has waxed lyrical about him. That's why he's played him not fit. That's why he's played him when he's not fully fit. That's why when he's played him when he's not trained, because he knows how key he is, and we don't have anyone else. This is why I'm so glad we signed Weghorst. Drizzy does says, can we talk about the big elephants in the room, Mr. Bruno? Do we need to move on from him in the future?
Oh, this is for you. Listen to that brother who was talking about Jack Grealish. I would trade Bruno for Jack Grealish yesterday.
Absolutely.
Yesterday. I've grown to just resign to the fact that he's not going anywhere. People love him for whatever reason, but put him on the right and keep him there. This whole middle, like that, I don't know what the hell he was thinking letting that ball go. I really don't. I'm trying to figure out what, and it's always, you know what, to be fair, I should have known better because it's Palace. I should have known better. I should have known he'd do some stupid shit at Palace. You want to know why?
Why?
He did stupid shit at Palace last year. I should have known. Like, listen, Des, brother, we can be real. We know we're gonna be real about it. He can't continue like being this. Again, the only thing that's saving him right now is his pressing and his energy. But again, he's doing his own thing. And I feel like a player with more discipline in their game would ultimately be better for a Ten Hag system. Like, I haven't seen Enzo too much, but from what I got, the brother has the energy and he has the ability to play certain passes that Bruno just can't and doesn't have the brain capacity to make. That's what I think it really is with Bruno. Bruno has everything you need in a midfielder except a brain. So what we get into is these situations where you ask him to make decisions and the decisions he make are god awful. Just what it is, man. Like, Mister, we have to, and I think we will. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm hopeful, I'm praying. I'm looking at the world's best midfields. Like, again, my archetype for a midfield is Cruz, the Cruz, Casemiro,
You like that?
Modric midfield. Have one who's an attacking type of midfielder who's just talented. Oh, that's another one, Daredevil. Thank you. Madison over Bruno in a fucking heartbeat. Thank you so much,
Oh
Daredevil.
yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Right? There's so many midfielders I take before him. And again, Emma, I hear you. I hear you exactly. I hear you exactly in what you're saying. I like again, that's why I'm hesitant, right? Because the output for Bruno is there. But I'm always going to hark on he let that ball go through for some reason. And that in turn is what made Casemiro have to attempt that tackle that led to a yellow card. And last year at Palace, he tried to play a diagonal all the way to the back line from the halfway point of the pitch. And that pass was intercepted and led to a goal, and we lost 1-0. That was Ten Hag's first game seeing us. These are all things that happen. I'm just saying. So
yeah. I know. That's why I let you go first on this question, because I know you'd have a lot to say. I'm saying, and I know I'd have a lot to say. Here's the thing: eventually, do we need to move on from Bruno? To me, yes. If we are serious about competing at the top level in terms of Premier League consistently, Champions League consistently, he's a detriment to the team. That doesn't mean he can't be a part of the squad. I'm not saying sell him, but I think we need a better 10.
Yeah.
I think we need 110%. We need a better number 10. And to Emma, who says 100 goals in 53 games, yeah, very few players are going to get that, but that's to the detriment of the team. Because you know what I've said Bruno is, and I continue to state this, older people will know, he's the new age version of Ruud van Nistelrooy. For those that don't know, Ruud van Nistelrooy is a striker Manchester United had in the early 2000s, sorry. And when I say he was a bagsman, one of the best finishers I've ever seen, period. Not just at Manchester United. Like, he goes through one-on-one, you know he's going to score. I think in Fergie's era, he has the best goals to game ratio of all the strikers we've had. So your Van Persie's, Rooney's, Andy Cole, Dwight York, Cantona, Hughes, the list goes on. I think he tops the list. But the problem is, we're a worse team with Van Nistelrooy. That's why we had one of our more unsuccessful periods. We sold him, we three-peated and won the Champions League. And I'm not saying if we sell Bruno, we're going to three-peat and win the Champions League. I'm just saying I think he's a detriment to the team because of how he plays. His GNA is all well and good. But Van Nistelrooy had GNA. And what I want from a 10, Bruno is just not it. Has he improved this season? Yes. And I've given him his flowers this season. Not a lot, but I've given him his flowers this season. And said, yeah, you've played. It's all good. You've played well. But eventually, do we need to move on from Bruno? Yes, I think we do. And I want to be wrong on this. I want us to be able to win the Premier League this season. But I look at performances against Palace. I look at him losing the ball against Palace, and I go, that's an issue. And I've been critical of this guy. He don't do enough for me. Just in general. Yeah, he runs around, works hard, all that type of stuff. I don't know what his goals and assists is this season. But I think he's been better. He's been better this season with less GNA. So I don't look at it solely about the goals and assists. But we do need competition. Yeah, get competition. I'm not even saying sell him. because I think he can be an effective squad player. I'm saying competition. If we were to go get a Maddison, I'm cool with that. If there was another 10 we're going to go sign, I'm cool with that. I just don't want Bruno to be our main guy. I'm not with it. And I said all of this last season that Manchester United will win nothing if he's our best midfielder. We will win nothing major. We will compete for nothing major. All of a sudden, Casemiro comes in and it's looking slightly different. I've said this, Bruno's our third best midfielder. When we line up, he's our third best. Casemiro's better, Eriksen's better. Yes, different profiles. I'm talking about in terms of level. Eriksen, even playing out of position because he's not a 6, is a better 6 than Bruno is a 10. Casemiro, without doubt, is a better 6 than Bruno is a 10. And all of a sudden, we're seeing better performances. Well, like I say, people going to disagree because he gets goals and assists. I'm just not a fan. But that's just me. I think that's every. Let's see, have we missed anything? RJ says, do you think Grealish is better in the 10? I think that Grealish would suit a team where the opposition doesn't park the bus. However, Grealish is always my marked if you watch, which is a sign of respect. He played off the left for Villa. However, I think he has all the attributes, very similar to Sancho, to play as a 10. Even more so than Sancho, I think he can play as a 10. So I would like to see him, if he was, I don't say, well, we're never going to sign him, but if United were to sign him, play him as a 10. I don't think he has the pace and power to play out wide. I think he can be effective out there and play well, but he's not. Grealish is not going to run away from you. And I bang on about this all the time. If you're playing out wide in the Premier League, if you don't have PMP, if you're not pace and power, if you're not athletic, your other attributes have to be ridiculous. You got to be Mahrez. Because Mahrez is the only one I see who's not athletic and not pace and power, who's successful at the highest level. Forget the Premier League, just in Europe. Well, you lot might be able to let me know in the chat if there is one. Because I look at all the wingers and they possess all the two attributes they all have is the athleticism and the pace and power. All of them. Rafael Leao, prime example. All of them. Rashford. The list goes on. Vinicius Jr. I can continue. But yeah, we move. Before we close out, because we are going to close out, Eddie, how would you like to see us set up against Arsenal and your score prediction as well? You're on mute, fam. Yeah, no rest, no stress.
So I'll go Malacia left back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go. I'm thinking, do I want to? How I want us to set up? Yeah, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, we'll do two. So how you want us to set up?
Left wing back, Malacia.
Oh, you going with the back three? Yeah,
back three. Left side is center back. Shaw. Centrally, Varane. No. I'm tripping. Ooh, that brings a problem. I just thought about. Where does Martinez play in that back line? You know what? To help out Wan-Bissaka with the creation, I'll play him off the right of Varane.
So you play a left-footed. You play Martinez as a right-sided center back. Not central.
I'm thinking, but you know what I'm thinking tactically. What I'll have him, or you just put Martinez in the middle. He's like that de facto deep line playmaker, but you have, Varane. Yeah, so let's go Martinez off the middle. Varane plays off the right mostly, so we'll keep Varane on the right side.
That makes sense.
So Martinez in the middle, he'll play a bit higher up the pitch, of course. That gives me a midfield of McTominay, Fred, Eriksen. Well, if I'm playing 5, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go Bruno, Fred, Eriksen. And then at the top, I'm just gonna have to go with Anthony and what's his face? Anthony and Rashford off the left. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go.
Before you go into so you're going the hair in goal. So you're going with the back three, the hair in goal, center backs, Varane, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka right wing back, Malacia left wing back, and then what's your midfield? McTominay, Fred, Eriksen.
Yeah.
All right, and then what is it?
Or no,
who's
I
your front?
took McTominay off. I put Bruno
Okay,
on.
okay. So your midfield is Fred, Eriksen, Bruno.
Yeah,
That's your midfield three, and
yeah.
then who's the front two?
It's Anthony and
Okay, that's different.
and Rashford. That's how I want him to set up.
That's different.
But the other thing is, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be real. I don't really respect Arsenal's attack like that. I don't think that I don't respect Eddie and Ketty. I don't respect the only one I really respect is Martinelli. I think Martinelli has the talent
Okay.
to put on like a fucking world class goal out of nowhere, just beating a couple dudes and just on. But he's been quiet lately. Like I haven't heard too much from him. Saka's only goal was because again, I think for Lloris, Tottenham really need to think about bringing breathalyzers into the locker room because I'm trying to figure out how does that happen unless you're seeing 3 different balls at the same time? You
He's
have
just
to
not
be
that good
drunk,
for him.
brother.
He's just
You
not that
have to
good.
be drunk.
He's just not that good.
You know, so yeah, that's how I go. That's how I go.
How would I sell? I would personally sell with, like I said, the same lineup that we played against City. Same personnel. Obviously, take out Casemiro and play Martinez, which would be the Gea and goal. Wan-Bissaka and Malacia as the fullbacks. Varane and Shaw as the centre backs. Then I'd have Martinez in the midfield with Eriksen and Fred. And then I have Bruno from the right, Rashford from the left. I play Weghorst up top. However, I think Ten Hag will go with that team, but I don't think he plays Martinez. I think he goes with, I think he plays Eriksen. I think the midfield is McTominay, Eriksen, and Fred. I think he goes with that three. I think Bruno plays wide right. I think it's Rashford left. I think it's Weghorst up top. For the fullback, I don't know. Obviously, the Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka and Varane will play. Now it's a question of Martinez, Shaw, Malacia. One of those will miss out. I'm not sure who will miss out. I think he's gonna go. I think Martinez is gonna miss out. I think he's gonna go Malacia and Shaw again, because the athleticism that Malacia has can match Saka over that side, and same with Wan-Bissaka over the side with Martinelli. I think that's how he's gonna look at it, and then I think he trusts Varane and Luke Shaw to deal with Nketiah. So I think that's what he'll go with. I'd like to see Martinez in the side. I think it's McTominay, Fred, Eriksen, and then like I said, Bruno right, Rashford, and Weghorst. I hope it's Weghorst up top as well. I hope it's Weghorst, because I can see him having impact in this game. Remember, I said that, people. But yeah, love to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new, please. The ManDem United podcast is every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, people. So you get 4 ManDem Uniteds a week, all 4:30 p.m. Like I said, on Fridays, I'm here joined by Eddie. Tuesdays with Ivorian. Mondays and the Thursday shows, more often than not, I'll roll solo. However, you're going to start seeing special guests. Once this month closes out and February starts, I'm going to start bringing in special guests, some new ones, some special guests who have been on here before, because there's so many games, people. Like, we play Sunday, then we play Wednesday. So before me and Eddie even get back, even if it was the Thursday episode, we'll have two games to talk about. And then bear in mind, I think after the Friday game, we played Saturday, because then we play Reading in the late. It's 8 p.m. kickoff in the FA Cup. And then 3-4 days later after that, it's the second leg against Forest in the Carabao Cup. So you're going to get all the watch-alongs for all them shows, people. Don't forget as well that this show and all the other shows are available on audio-only platforms. So wherever you listen to, whether it's SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, type in Sarcasm City TV and all the shows will pop up, because you might not want to have the YouTube or Twitch app open. Don't forget to follow the Twitch as well. But the links for everything I mentioned underneath in the description. Go subscribe to Carefree Lewis G as well. Go subscribe to my brother Lewis, and make sure you go check out his content as well. Kenchi says the first 6 minutes, Bruno lost the ball 4 times on Wednesday. I saw that and just knew someone would get yellow because of him losing the ball. Turned out to be Casemiro. That's Bruno for you. That's Bruno. That's no surprise. That ain't no surprise.
Yeah.
And we did fall short. Well, we hit the like mark because we was aiming for 50. That was the milestone. So we got over that. Big up to you lot. Fell short of the subscriber mark, but we moved. Like I said, we'll be back. Q&A at 11 p.m. people. Sarcasm City, where we answer all of your sporting questions, people. So it's not just Manchester United, all your sporting questions. And if you want your question to make sure it gets answered, join the membership. You know what I'm saying? Link is in the pinned comment. But Eddie, blessed to have you on. Anything you want to add, fam?
Nah, man, everything is going well for your boy right now,
Love
especially
that.
having my dog Flawless have me on as always, man.
Yeah, man.
So
Anytime,
you
man.
know what it is. You know what it is. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all for the love and the birthday wishes. And yeah, y'all enjoy the game on Sunday. Just again, calm my people. Just calm down a little bit, all right? Calm down. We gotta
Relax.
enjoy this, all right?
Relax. Everyone getting too amped. Big up Brush as well. Big up to you and that. Large up everyone. And yeah, man, here's to oh yeah, you didn't give your score prediction before we go. Score prediction, Eddie.
Oh, 1-0 us.
1-0. I'm saying 2-1 Manchester United. So we're getting two, both me and Eddie are both saying wins for Manchester United. And I'm confident. I'm saying I'm confident going into this game. But we're gonna see. There will be a watch along for the game. Don't worry about that, people. There will be a watch along for the game. All of this is on the upcoming live stream schedule, which I will update probably tonight. I'll update the upcoming live stream schedule tonight. But like, don't forget 11 p.m. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, and then Saturday we're not here on the YouTube, but we're on the Twitch. The mid-off, you know what I'm saying, the battle for 10th, Liverpool versus Chelsea. That watch along will be going down on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. And I believe there's an NFL watch along going on. Not sure at the time. That'll be going down on the Twitch as well. And I think there's one on Sunday. And then Sunday, of course, you get the game we're talking about, Arsenal versus Manchester United. And then to end your weekend, as always, midnight on Sunday night, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.